Hi there, this is Jim Hiles from First Capital and part of the GoPlan series. So today we're talking about taxes. So you may be doing some of these already, you may be doing all of them, I don't know, but these are the things that you should be doing and looking at all the time. And this is what we do here at our firm. So this is what we want to try and help you out with. So if you have a high deductible health plan at work and the popularity of these high deductible plans is increasing, then you can have typically an HSA that's attached to it. Well, the HSA is meaningful because you can put money up to $7,000 per person as the maximum in 2019 anyway. And that money goes in there. You can spend that money tax-free on any health care, whether it be today, tomorrow, or even after retirement. So in essence, this could be a nice way to accumulate money tax-free to use and pay out tax-free for expenses when they occur. As a matter of fact, one key thing that most people don't see is if you have a long-term care policy, you can actually pay that using HSA funds, which makes your long-term care, your personal long-term care policy, essentially tax deductible. Here about number two. So tax harvesting, we hear about tax harvesting during the year in the financial press. What does it really mean? We believe tax harvesting is whenever there's a downtime in the markets or a downtime in an asset value. That may be a bad thing from the financial sense, but it's actually a good thing from a tax standpoint. Because if you have a negative rate of return or a loss, you can actually sell the asset and turn around and buy something very similar right immediately and be essentially still in the investment from the investment standpoint. But what you have done is you have booked a capital loss. It could be short-term if it's held for less than a year, long-term if over, and you can take that income, that loss, and apply it to gains that you have in the portfolio. And those losses can be carried forward. So if you don't have any gains this year, you can always carry them forward to future gains. This accelerates your after-tax rate of return. These are the kinds of things that should be happening in your portfolio all the time. How about backdoor Roths? In 2019, this is $13,000 a year per Roth that you can do by funding to a non-deductible IRA first. This is in addition, by the way, to your 401k plan. This is also in addition to your SEP or even another IRA. You can make a non-deductible IRA contribution, and then you can convert that to a Roth. Now the issue would be you'd have to wait 5 years before you can access the money, but generally that's okay because there's plenty of time here and there's other places to get money. But if it does convert successfully to a Roth and you follow it correctly like we try to help people do, then there'll be no taxes on the withdrawals or no tax on the growth, no required minimum distribution on that. So it's something we should be looking at from a tax standpoint all the time. I mean, hey, take what you can get. How about if you're charitably inclined? We like donor-advised funds, DAFs, donor-advised funds. Here you can make a gift in any amount to your own, essentially, charitable fund. It is sponsored by somebody like a Fidelity or a Schwab, or even a local fund. But essentially, you're creating an account which acts like a charitable fund. You can make gifts when you're ready to make gifts. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to give the charity the gifts yet. You might spread those gifts out over 5 years, but to get the tax deduction now. Maybe this is a big year for income. Maybe this is the time you need a tax deduction. That's when you want a donor advised fund. Deductions now, gift later. Here's another one, gift the appreciated stock or something that's appreciated to the charity. They sell it, there's no gains from the charity standpoint. You haven't sold it to give it the cash to give to the charity, so there's no gains to you. Give appreciated assets to charities. That's the best tax angle. Last thing, and I see this all the time, and this is just, I don't know, but it happens. Tax location. What that means is I see people investing after-tax money in interest and dividend-paying investments on the personal side. That means you're paying, anywhere from 25 to as high as 45% in income tax. Essentially, your rate of return is being eroded by tax. Why don't you put the stuff, assuming you have this set up, that's creating taxable income into the places where it's tax-free or tax-deferred? In other words, if you got bonds and they're taxable or CDs, let's own them in an IRA. There's no tax on that. That compounds at a higher rate of return. You put your other assets outside that IRA, so you have the same makeup. It's just a matter of which pocket in the same pair of pants. Anyway, Jim Hiles signing off today on tax planning. Talk to you soon. Thanks.